Hey guys, I would just like to say for someone, I don't know, this is just on my heart before going to sleep to share with somebody that may be going through this, to just encourage your spirit. Don't give up in your now place, because if you think about it, where you are now, whatever whatever season you were in led you to this season where you are. And it's all working together for your good. Like if you're in a good place, and when you look back at some of the things that you went through, whether it was good or bad, it all led you up to where you are. And you're a child of God, so that means greater is up ahead. So what I'm encouraging you with is when you get to the good place that God has for you, if you're not there yet, but you're in transition and you're about to be there, the reason why you shouldn't give up, and I've mentioned this in lots and lots of videos before, but the reason why you shouldn't give up is because what you're dealing with and going through on this level and in this place is going to equal what you're going to get next. So don't give up. And if you're in a great place, like you're in an amazing, fantastic place, there is a greater level. There's even more than that. So what I'm saying is your investments, your tears, your sacrifices, your hard work, your dedication, your love, your loyalty, your life, your day-to-day, the simple, the small, the big, the little, all of that is adding up something great for you in heaven and also in this life. God sees and knows all. He knows how to reward each man accordingly. And he has rewards in his hand for every person accordingly. So I just want to encourage your spirit with that. Like, don't give up. Like when you get that husband, when you get that wife, when you get that car, when you get that home, when that business takes off, when your ministry that God gave you goes to another level, when you get that degree, when you move, when your health is like fully restored, when you birth forth that child, when things turn around for you and your family, like whatever your promise is that God has given you, whether I named it or not, when you get those things and those things fully manifest, you're going to be so thankful and grateful that you did not give up in the now. Yes, it stings sometimes. Yes, it hurts. Yes, sometimes it feels lonely. Yes, sometimes it feels like you're alone. Yes, sometimes it feels like you don't have no support. Yes, sometimes it feels like, you really don't understand. Yes, sometimes it feels like, God, why do I have to go through all of this? But there's something greater up ahead. You can look at Hannah in the Bible. Look at Jesus Christ, even what he went through. Look at Joseph. Look at the disciples. Look at different people in the Bible and their struggles and their storms and their tests and trials. And how as we continue to read about them, even the prophet Elijah, look how God was with them. Look at Gideon. Look at the Israelite children. Look at, I'm sleepy. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. But look at, the judge Deborah, prophetess Deborah. There's so many different people in the Bible. Even look at Jesus' mother, John the Baptist. There are so many different people. Look at Nehemiah. He faced so much opposition because of the rebuilding, but the blessing that God had for him just wasn't for him. It was for many others. So I just want to encourage you. It was for nations, a nation, and for others as well, and the other nations that nation would touch. So I just want to encourage you wherever you are. God has you. He's gonna keep you. Just don't give up on him. Continue to hold his hand. Many of you didn't let his hand go, and he finna pull your hand right back because he got you. And when you look back on all of this, when them Jericho walls fall, when you look back on all this, when you see what's on the other side, you are going to be so glad that you did not give up. You don't want to quit right before your breakthrough. It gets hardest and toughest sometimes right before the breakthrough. A lot of times we got to go through breaking before the breakthrough. So when we get the breakthrough, we remember who brought us through. We remember the God that was with us during the breakdown. See, the beautiful thing about God is he's with you during the breakdowns, in the breaking through, the breaking forward. He with you through it all. See, Joseph couldn't just go from, being his dad's pretty much favorite, going straight into the palace. His character wasn't fully built. He wasn't fully mature. He had to go through that pit. He had to go through that betrayal. He had to go through them lying on him. He had to go through Potiphar's house. He had to go through, and if you notice, if he just would have went from Potiphar's house to the palace, he still wouldn't have been ready. He had to go from Potiphar's house to that prison. It was in that prison where he met that jailer, and he met those jailers, the baker and the cupbearer, and interpreted their dreams. It was in the prison where God was still with him, even in Potiphar's house, even through the pit that led him to the palace. So that's where I'm saying God has greater up ahead for you. You know, I'm sure Joseph was amazed at the way that God brought that dream to pass. And I'm sure when he was in his elevated place, he looked back and he thought about all them hard times that he went through, even though that man didn't do nothing to deserve that. But like he told them, what you meant for evil, God worked for my good. He sent me ahead of you guys pretty much to preserve this nation, to preserve nations, because at that time, Egypt was really where it was popping at, because they were the one that had to store grain through the wisdom from God to the man of God, which was Joseph. So I'm going to close with this. I love you guys. I just want to encourage you. I'm going to keep on encouraging y'all. Do not give up. When you look back on this, you're going to be glad you didn't give up. This is not forever. If you're in a tight place, greater is up ahead. If you're in a great place, even greater than that is up ahead. But you will be rewarded. Love you guys. Good night. God bless.